Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Data Cloud Now. I'm currently in San Francisco, where I'm delighted to be joined by a familiar guest, Matthew Scullion, founder and CEO at Matillion. Matthew, always a conversation I look forward to every year at Snowflake Summit.
Likewise, Ryan. It's great to be back. You're so gracious always having us on the show, and I'm looking forward to the conversation today.
Looking forward to diving in. To start with, Matthew, as the demand for AI-ready data continues to accelerate, how do you see the role of data integration and transformation platforms evolving, and how is Matillion innovating to keep data teams productive and effective in this dynamic new landscape?
I think that is the question. I'm not quite sure humanity is ready and realizing how fast the world is changing and is going to change, but every one of our businesses is going to and is going to need to put to work fleets of agents and agentic workloads across all aspects of how we do business. And that's going to happen incredibly quickly in all of our organizations, because if it doesn't and our competitors do that, we're going to be in trouble. As your CEO Sridhar says, an AI strategy is nothing without a data strategy. But where the rubber hits the road on that to our conversation is every one of those agentic use cases revolutionizing sales or marketing or customer success or any other aspect of a business's operations needs fueling with data.
Right.
The curated data insights, those AI-ready data insights, data engineers make those.
Right.
So we've got a logarithmically growing pile of work to do. And we haven't got a logarithmically growing pile of data engineers to do it. This is a huge problem. Pre-AI, we surveyed hundreds of enterprise accounts regularly, because that's who we serve.
Right.
80% of them already reported they couldn't keep up with the backlogs.
80%.
80%.
Wow.
And this is building dashboards for human users. This isn't trying to keep up with the demands for data by agentic agents. So it's a huge mountain for us to climb on how we are going to engineer the curated data insights we need to fuel AI, which in turn, if we don't do, we're in real trouble. That's the challenge that we see across the industry. In a kind of symmetry and irony, though, the solution is the same as the cause, because we can use that same technology. We can use foundation models, LLMs, generative AI, and agentic frameworks to radically, fundamentally, I think, Ryan, change the way that data engineering is done. Data engineering is something I'm very precious about. I'm at heart.
Well, yeah.
I'm a data engineer. My whole business is data engineers. All my customers are data engineers. But some aspects of that job are gritty. They are repetitive. I was chatting to Sridhar about this a few weeks ago. That work can be taken off our hands. And we can use AI to kind of unburden and free up the data engineer in that role to go so much faster. And as you know, because we've spoken about it before, we've spent the last 10 years making data engineering teams 3 times faster. I'm incredibly proud of that. I think it will take us less than 10 months to make data engineering teams 30 and then 300 times faster. And so that's what we're seeing out there at the moment.
An exciting next chapter. And Matthew, I also want to tie into some exciting news coming out of Matillion this week with the launch of a team of digital data engineers called Maia, which automates previously manual data engineering tasks. Can you kindly walk us through this announcement, and what does this mean, and how does it position your ecosystem of customers for success in the year ahead?
I'm so excited to talk to you about Maia. This is the most profound technology deliverable we've made. Or if I'm totally honest, I think we've seen being made in the field of data engineering in the last 10 years. So real quick, Data Productivity Cloud, our platform that you and I have spoken about before, as it has always been, a best-in-class integrated end-to-end data engineering platform that human data engineers use to build pipelines that deliver use cases that power dashboards or now power AI. It's a platform and it's used by people. Maia adds to that story. DPC is the platform, and Maia is the digital labor that comes with that platform. So what does that mean? Well, Maia is a team of agentic data professionals that can help data engineers with the work. In many cases, do the work that data engineers ask them to do. its power, Ryan, is going to be impossible for me to get across in the 10 minutes that you and I have spoken, but I've had a string of Fortune 500 and Global 8,000 customers walking into our experience center here
Love it.
and walking out and saying, I need you on site next week to show me this. But real quickly, you or I can log into DPC, and we don't need to talk about get the data from here, join it together like this. We can just describe an outcome, and Maia will build that outcome for us. And it's the combination of the platform and the agentic technology that's the 1 + 1 = 3 here, or maybe the 1 + 1 = 300 or 3,000. Because foundation models on their own, you know, they're funky things. They can hallucinate, they can go off in different directions when asked the same thing twice. But by combining the work we've been doing extensively over the last 18 months on agentic data engineering with the platform that we've spent the last 10 years creating Data Productivity Cloud, what we're able to offer our customers is this radical step change in the productivity of how data engineering can be done, but also with control. And every time I speak to a data engineering or analytics leader, a chief data officer, a CIO, even a CEO, the first thing they say to me is, wow, I need that. The second thing they say to me is, how do I control it?
Right.
And that combination of platform plus digital labor, I think is, I think we're fundamentally changing how data engineering will be done forever in a very good way. But I know I'm also giving my customers the control to make sure that they can do that in the way that they want to, according to their security and permissions and governance and internal standards. So
Very much the best of both worlds, Matthew.
I think so. Having your cake and eat it, as we would say in Manchester, Ryan. Yeah.
I love it. And Matthew, we've gotten to know each other over the last couple of years, and we always seem to bring up culture and your management philosophies off camera. Now I want to do it on camera for the audience watching. As a founder and CEO, how are you able to stay true to your founding principles, and why is this so important to you as Matillion collectively scales to new heights?
I feel lucky to have gotten to know you over the last couple of years, Ryan, and this is always the highlight of Summit for me. And you're right, we do always talk about this off camera. How can you stay true to your founding principles? First of all, there's a couple of things here.
Yeah.
There's the values, right? The how you do business, the rule book by which you have chosen to live inside of your company and which you require all your team members to live. How do you stay true to that? You have to. That is the fundamental North Star of what drives our business. And Matillion is confidence without arrogance. We're trying to fundamentally change the way data engineering is done forever in a way that's massively customer obsessed. We have to be confident.
Right.
Our arrogance will slow us down. Our next value is customer obsession. We only exist to improve the lives of our customers, to know that deeply all the time. The values continue like that. We have 6 of them. I don't have time to weigh through. But those are the one non-negotiable thing about working at Matillion. The reason those are so important is the moment I back off them, they become irrelevant. And secondly, they're how I scale.
Right.
They are the universal thing that's always true across every Matillioner as we work with our clients and on our technology, and that's how we scale. But you also said the founding principles. You know, Matillion's mission is to eliminate data friction.
Right.
Data is this rich, interesting resource that we are awash in, but it's only any use to us until we put it to work. And that for me is a passion and a mission. And I can stay true to it because it excites me. And the thought of making the world just a slightly better place by helping my clients put data to work in new, astoundingly productive ways, that's what makes me excited. It did in 2011 when we founded the company, 2015 when we launched our software, and again today as we launch Maia.
Congratulations. Do you know what's coming next? What's next for Matillion, Matthew?
So last year we were speaking about the Data Productivity Cloud,
Right.
and the biggest priority for me and my customer base is making every one of my customers a Data Productivity Cloud customer. And so we're working with our customers, our community of SI partners, and internally to help customers get to the latest, greatest version of our technology. So we're pretty focused on that. And the biggest reason that we're doing that is because they want to use Maia. And every customer that we've seen who sees Maia says, I immediately need to use that. And to do so, they have to be on the data productivity cloud. And so we're helping them migrate, and we're helping them get to Maia and get to agentic data engineering. And then the other thing that's next for Matillion is now doubling down on the almost magical capabilities that we've delivered already. We're going from augmenting how humans use the platform to allowing agents to use the platform directly, so other systems can interact with Matillion. We're taking the Maia technology and making it fully autonomous, so the work that you've done, something else can be testing and optimizing and handling exceptions with. And we're continuing to double down on security and control. So by way of example, over the last year, as you and I have spoken about previously, we've made all of Matillion's technology available on Snowpark, on Snowflake Marketplace, and with Marketplace Capacity Drawdown. So customers can pay for Matillion through Snowflake, but more importantly, they can use it inside the trusted security perimeter of Snowflake. And we're now bringing that capability to Maia and to AI inside of our platform. So those are some of the things that are next.
I love it. Looking forward to our next conversation. Matthew, such a pleasure. Always great sitting down with you. Thank you again for joining me.
Thank you, Ryan.
And for the audience watching, I'm Ryan Green with Data Cloud Now. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you out there.